your dino nuggies! Alright, we're gonna need to put headphones in. I love just having 4 minutes of B-roll.
This is C-roll. B-roll
this is F-roll.
Putting the makeup on your face.
F- roll.
D+.
Put both earbuds in because, like, I want you here for support, but I actually don't want you to listen to anything. And that night, I could not sleep whatsoever. Stop mouthing to Allison things I can't hear. You're literally in my peripheral vision. I can see everything.
She's a ball gauger to me, but it wasn't above the belt, so it didn't count.
That was my fault, I'm sorry.
Hello, my name is Krisha. I'm 19. And today I'm gonna film my first video ever, which is crazy. So in September, Jaclyn Hill posted a Modern Bride tutorial, which basically was her interpretation of what a Modern Bride makeup should be. So that night, I could not sleep. So I took every product in that video and added them all up if I were to buy that entire face. It was $1,000. In the time from then until now, I'm filming this in the end of January, I was able to come up with a dupe list, which is just at $150. And I'm going to apply them all to my face today, and hopefully they all look good. Now that I have a voice break and I can edit this out, let me put my laptop in front of me so I don't have to hold it. So the primer that Jaclyn uses in her video is the Sicily Double Tensure Primer, which is, I could not find an exact price on this. Online it said it was $150. I saw prices also online for $200, but the Nordstrom price that I found was $192. And then she uses the Sicily Pore Minimizing Primer, which is $125. In her videos, she suggested you can go to Nordstrom and get a free sample. I was unable to make it to Nordstrom, so from Sephora, I got the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and now I've gone to Sephora and gotten samples, and this lady, I literally almost filled half of the container, so I can definitely use this again, which is great. So let's apply that. Now a lot of these products I'm using for the first time, and one thing to note is that I have extremely sensitive skin, so my skin is not going to be happy with all these new friends. Also, since this is a sample, it came from the sample bottle that was on the shelf, so a lot of people's fingers have been in this, which not excited about putting it on my face, but you know, show goes on. Next product on the list is that she puts on foundation. Now for foundation, she uses the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. That is $40, which, and my sister agreed with this with me, if you want to go full out for your wedding day, then yeah, that is the time to spend $1,000. But if you just want this for every day, especially me, a college student, that's a lot of money. What I found was the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous foundation. This is $14. In the video, she uses the Morphe sponge. Now that's $7. Honestly, I would have gotten that, but I already had a Real Technique sponge. One of these is $6. Let's play the fun game of will this be my shade? When she applies her foundation, she uses a face mist, and she did recommend you can use, and in other videos she does use the MAC Fix Plus. You can get a little travel size bottle. This is $10. This isn't a bad match. My boyfriend just nodded, so he concurred. Hey Jake, how am I doing so far? Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. Now, the next product is concealer, and she uses the Tarte Shape Tape. That is $28. And I found at Ulta the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer is $6, so that's a steal. And from what I've seen, this is amazing. Oh dear. My face is not liking this concealer. Oh my god, my eyes. So the next product after is powder. Now, another issue I had is that I was going to get the Coty Airspun powder, but by the time I'm filming this, I wasn't able to. So I'm going to be using another translucent powder. In her video, she uses the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. That is $46. And the Coty Airspun Translucent Setting Powder is $6. Oh geez, that's a lot of powder. So far, liking everything. Everything looks pretty good. So in her video, after she applies powder and is done with all of that, she then takes her setting mist to get everything melted together. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, you don't need a giant fan, but I'm very extra, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, she uses an Anastasia brow definer to do her brows. That is $28. Today, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist definer. It is $10. How did that make such a difference already? I just combed them out. Sometimes you have good brow days, sometimes you don't. Today is just not gonna be a good brow day. So the next part she does is eyeshadow. Now, eyeshadow, I found close dupes. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying I only found dupes for the shades she uses. So like I believe it's like 7 shades she uses. I could not find a dupe for the whole palette, and honestly, if you're never gonna find a dupe for the whole palette. It's like, I know there are dupes for her 4 Vault collection, but her giant big in your face palette, no, you're never gonna find a whole dupe for that. The Rimmel Magnif'eyes Spice Edition, this is an eyeshadow palette, was $10. And then this Wet n Wild palette in Nude Awakening is $5. She first goes in with the shade, in her palette it's Silk Cream. In the Magnif'eyes palette, I'm going to take this second one. So then she goes back to her powder. Now, she takes and does this shape just underneath to catch fallout, but also she creates a shape. So next she goes in on her palette the shade Pukey, which I am taking this one right here. It's the 4th from the left. I am going to take a smaller blending brush because that's what Jaclyn said, and we are following this to the T. And then with the excess of the brush, you flick. That's what she says. I don't make the rules. She uses another shade called Buns. This shade right here, in the middle of the palette, that it's very pigmented, but you can always blend it. That's what Tati always says, at least. You can always blend something out. Oh dear, I put on way too much. So the next shade she uses is a very dark brown. We're gonna use this really dark brown, 3rd from the right. So now she uses the shades Obsessed, which is a really light pink, and then SBN, which stands for Smoky But Natural, and we are gonna find them in the e.l.f. palette. I'm going to use this one as Obsessed. I'm going to be using this one for Smoky But Natural. So now she goes in with a shade called Secret from her Sound the Alarm palette. Now the Sound the Alarm palette is only $15. She goes in because she needs a specific shade. She feels like her look is too cool toned and she wants to warm it up a little bit, so she throws it in her crease. I don't know, like, I feel that we're really warm already, so I'm not gonna add that in. Now, I was really trying to be like, I'm gonna do everything exactly as Jaclyn says, But in this case, I feel like it's kind of overboard and we already have it so warm, there's really no point. So then she goes in with her shade, it's the first shade in her palette called In Light, and we are actually going to take the Rimmel palette. Now we're doing bottom lash line. Do I have another blending brush? I'm gonna take the Pukey, which is this beautiful shade, and put that all over the lower lash line. Beat the devil out of it. She took Central Park, which remember is 3 from the right, and we're gonna gently take it on the edge and gently fluff it on the outer half of our eye, like she said. Just got that all in my eye. Oh god. Gosh darn it. Oh wow. That looks great on camera. In person, I look like a maniac. And then to blend that all together, she actually takes buns and blends them together. So that's what we're gonna do. So now we're done with the eyeshadow. Yay! Mascara and lashes. Now, if you are not a fan of putting on lashes, then I suggest a really voluminous mascara. This is Lash Paradise. She uses a random mascara, I believe it's the MAC mascara. I got the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. This was $10. Now, for the sake of the video, I am gonna put on false lashes today, even though I'm terrible at it. And I'm using the ARDELL Demi Wispies. She uses Lily Lashes in So Extra Miami, which costs $32. The ARDELL Demi Wispies for a 2-pack is $6. She puts on mascara, and then she puts on falsies. I'm not excited for falsies. So quickly, off camera, I put on falsies, and I think they look great. I am terrible at putting on falsies, so they are uneven. For white eyeliner, she said you should use the Max Fascinating Eye Kohl. That is $18. The NYX Waterproof Retractable Eyeliner is $6. Bam! So then, one last time, you're gonna take the shade In Light, which is the white shade from the Revlon palette, and you're just gonna put that in your inner corner. For contouring, she uses the Dior Backstage Contour Palette, which is $45. But today, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Coloricon Bronzer. This was $5. So now for bronzer. ColourPop Pressed Powder Pans. They're $8 if you get them in a compact, and then it's $7 if you just get the pan. She used the ColourPop and Alexis Ren palette. That is $15. So next she goes in with blush. Now, actually, I don't know how much this cost because it's such an old MAC blush palette that it doesn't exist anymore. I looked up similar MAC products nowadays, and from what I saw, it was $50. Wet n Wild Coloricon blush is $3. She uses 2 different highlighters. The Hourglass one is $22. The Kylie Cosmetics Loose Highlighter, which is $15. Now, I found this Wet n Wild highlighter, which is $5. And also in my ColourPop palette, I have Dreamscape, which is this one. Now, Dreamscape, this one is a dupe for Hourglass. This one is a dupe for the Kylie Jenner. Oof, it's so pretty. Wow. Last and finally least is lips. Now, she uses a MAC lip pencil, which is $20. She uses a Kylie Cosmetics liquid lip, which is $19. And then also a Jeffree Star liquid lip. She layers the two, which is $18. We're gonna use the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner, which is $3, and the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit, and this is $5. And then finally, it's setting spray. And I'm going to use the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist setting spray. Alright, so that is the whole face all complete. I honestly love it. All of the products that I used today I really liked. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, please subscribe. I definitely want to do more videos like this because all these options of dupes are always out there, and why spend money on something so expensive when there is a better option at a cheaper price. So thank you so much and have a nice night. Thanks. Ba-num. Ba-num. Ba-num, ba-num, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Guess I'll get 8, like.